Keek on the mic, Keek on the mic, Keek on the mic, Keek on the mic. People, this the intro.
Talk bad about my team, you must be a clown. This is Keek on the mic, so you know you better bear down. Bear down. Bear down.
Hey, what's going on, Bears fans? Thank you so much for joining me for another episode of Keek on the Mic, the podcast all about the Chicago Bears. Like always, if you're new to the channel, make sure you hit that subscribe button and the notification to catch all Bears content right here on the podcast. Make sure you also follow me on all my social media platforms to stay connected with all Keek on the Mic news. So, Bears fans, the Chicago Bears are off of training camp practice today. They will be back tomorrow, yet another training camp practice. But I wanted to come on here on the podcast to give you guys a very intriguing and interesting and exciting report out of Chicago. And this is according to ESPN's Jeremy Fowler. Apparently, inside Halas Hall, coaches and players, as we all know, are excited about Justin Fields. And they said Justin Fields looks like a different QB and is very decisive in camp compared to last year's training camp. We have heard reports like this before, but obviously Jeremy Fowler talked to someone else inside the organization, and this comes after the Family Fest practice yesterday where Justin Fields absolutely tore it up. He was dominant, and it was definitely his best day of training camp to date. Jeremy Fowler said this: "Those in the building can attest that Fields looks like a different QB than he did last training camp. And on Sunday, he was decisive on almost every throw." Offensive coordinator Luke Getsy also explained how the 2021 first-round pick is in a new phase of his development. He says this: "Last year was probably, I'm going to do my job, and playing the position at the highest level is being in control of it all," he said to Fowler. "He's on his way to being able to do stuff like that. That part has been really fun in training camp. We were in 101 classes, now we're in 201 and 301 classes." So, Bears fans, this is obviously a really intriguing and exciting report out of Chicago, but this is by no surprise whatsoever. I've come on here on the podcast multiple times and talked about quarterback Justin Fields and stated how he already has made so many leaps as an overall player and a passer at the start of this training camp. We already know what he did in the offseason to make sure he was the best player he can be for his teammates and the Chicago Bears organization. And early on in training camp, he is really showing how that hard work is paying off. And once again, yesterday was a showcase in front of his fans, returning to Soldier Field for the first time since last season, and he had himself a day. The one thing I really like what I'm seeing from quarterback Justin Fields is his ability to be able to step into the pocket now and make a throw, right? And obviously he wasn't able to do that last year because his offensive line was absolutely putrid. Another thing that Justin Fields is doing really well, he's being more decisive with the football. He's going through his progressions fast. He's making those tight window throws, which he's made plenty of them during this training camp. He just looks like a more comfortable quarterback, which that's expected. He's in his second year under the same system under offensive coordinator Luke Getsy. He has DJ Moore on the outside. He has a better offensive line. He has other weapons on the outside as well in Darnell Mooney, Chase Claypool, Robert Tonyan, Cole Kmet. Justin Fields, as expected, we knew that he would make this type of leap. We all know now that he needs to translate this into actual regular season games, but all Bears fans, including myself, are confident that Justin Fields will be a very dynamic dual threat player and an improved player for the Chicago Bears this year because he's already showing it in training camp, Bears fans. So once again, this report from Jeremy Fowler is nothing new, but it's always encouraging to hear this type of news about your QB1 and Justin Fields because we all know the type of work that he put in, but now it's so awesome to see that he's getting recognition from not only different analysts, but players around the league. And it's just an awesome feeling that we finally have a true quarterback, a guy that can be the franchise guy for the next 10, 12 years for our organization in quarterback Justin Fields. So overall, Bears fans, this season cannot come fast enough because we all know that what Justin Fields can do with his legs is still going to be very dynamic this season, but he's going to officially be a dual threat quarterback where he can beat you with his legs, he can kill you with his arm, and we just know that the work that he put in will translate to the regular season as soon as week one against the Green Bay Packers, and opposing defenses better be ready because now Justin Fields, once again, can beat you with his legs. Now he has a true number one wide receiver in DJ Moore and still has Darnell Mooney and Chase Claypool to throw to as well. He has an offensive line that can actually protect him now, so he's able to step up into the pocket, go through his progressions without having to worry about constant pressure in his face, and To add to all that, like I mentioned before in past podcasts, now Justin Fields will also have an improved defense as well, which is also going to help him wonders to finally have a complete football team around him for the first time in his NFL career. So I'm super excited to see what Justin Fields does. I have a lot of faith in Justin Fields. I know you guys have a lot of faith in Justin Fields, but now it's finally time for Justin Fields to go out there and prove that he is the official franchise quarterback of the Chicago Bears. So Bears fans, if you are excited to watch Justin Fields play this season, make sure you comment Bear down below in the comment section. But before I let you guys go, make sure you hit that subscribe button and the notification to catch all Bears content right here on the podcast. Make sure you follow me on all my social media platforms, and make sure you share this episode of Keek on the Mic with every single Bears fan that you know. But other than that, back for an all-new Bears podcast right here on Keek on the Mic. Thanks, guys, and bear down.
You've been listening to Keek on the Mic, a podcast all about the Chicago Bears. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel and hit the bell notification to catch all Bears content right here on the podcast. Thanks, guys, and bear down.